Since this is primarily a hunting cabin, it's always been just super simple for winter, but now that we're going to live up here, I've got to change some stuff around. So we've made it a little bit more cozy in the backyard. We've added some rocks, some features. But one of the things about this cabin that's pretty nice is we are on a well that's a community well that we're connected to with the property. So it's pretty easy. This is what you call a never freeze or an anti-freeze pipe. It goes down 7.5 feet to where our main water runs down from the well. So it comes up, it never freezes, meaning that when I shut this off, I can open and close it during the winter and I have water here. Why does that matter? Well, when I'm hunting in the winter or when I come up and go snowmobiling, I'd open that up, fill up a bucket, be able to use that to wash dishes, boil it for hot water, drink it. It's obviously, we drink it. And then you can use it as well to use to flush toilet. We'll show you how that's done. But we also have this big long turn off. This turns off the main water to the house. So what we do is I'm going to have to open this up, turn this to where I turn off the water. So I turn this, turn off the water, drop this big long pipe in there, and I'm going to seal the water. But basically now I'm shutting off the water of the house. This is like shutting off it at the curb in a normal subdivision. So this is what I'm doing. I'm shutting it off at the curb so there's no more water coming into my cabin. Because as we know, as the temperatures have dropped with the snow on the ground, we know we're going to have frozen pipes and frozen water stuff if we don't take care of it. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is get all the water out of the pipes on our preparation. Most cabins that will have some type of a room normally. This is an add-on. We've added this on after the fact. It's got a little cubby in here. We've got it separated, our bathrooms right there. When we gave you that grand tour, this is the brains of the operation, their electrical room. So I'm going to turn off the water here. That's going to drain the water between the two pipes. As you can feel in here, it's probably already 30 degrees in here. So this is getting really cold. So I got to get this water turned off. Basically, I'm shutting it off here at the valve to the house. I've got an air compressor we'll hook up and we'll start blowing the pipes. But what we do is we've got an air compressor hose that we plug into our pipes, and it's going to blow water out through our different sinks and bathrooms and toilets. So we hook that up. We turn that open so it blows air in. Let's go in the cabin and see how that's working. All right, so as you can hear, I don't know if you can tell, but there's no water coming out that. So we've got a pretty good setup on that. The hot water's not blowing air right now, so I need to go switch that pipe around. Come with me. We check our different areas in the house. So as you can tell here in the bathroom and the hot water, we're getting just a little bit more water out of the line. I mean, that little bit could hurt you, but not that much. So we just make sure we get that all blown out. So we do this so that when Michelle and I come back in April, we know that we can come back to a house that just is ready to turn on. Okay, so I've already hooked this up, and you can see that this is now just blowing just a little bit of water out of our hot water pipe. Plug it up, stops, you can feel it come through. We also need to make sure you drain the bottom of your washer, which is something that we have to do every year. So yep, we've got our water drained, feeling pretty good about it.
So we're here in our cabin and it's winter, but we still want to be here. What are we going to do when the water's turned off? Well, we have our big 5-gallon jug that we fill up with water that we're still able to use our sink. Just when we are finished and we're ready to go, we need to make sure that we put some septic tank safe antifreeze into the pipe. And the reason being is B-trap pipe that's down here in the sink and it collects water. And if you don't put the antifreeze stuff in there, we're going to freeze the pipe and then we're going to have a bigger issue. So we need to make sure that we put some in there so we can come back to a cabin that's functioning properly. I'm not one that will like to just use the outside as my restroom. I still like to use the restroom. But being that we don't have water in our toilet, we use our handy dandy bucket. And when we're finished, we just we'll take it, pour it in, just like so. And it will flush beautifully. And that's the way we continue to use it. And when we leave, we just make sure that we put some antifreeze in there as well so it doesn't freeze, along with any sink that we use. Until next time, my Cozy Nest friends, remember, you got this.